Morning, folks. Welcome. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning. My guest today is Skip Dillon. Skip, well, thanks for coming back.
Hey,
appreciate it.
Enjoy being here.
I appreciate it. Skip is a referee and an accomplished hunter, and you're now fully retired from the teaching, aren't you?
Yep. Teaching and coaching on the shelf, and now it's playtime, I guess.
That's cool. That's cool. We're going to talk about all kinds of different things with Skip when we get a chance to here in just a second. But this is, like I said, it is Tuesday, December 11th. I do appreciate you folks tuning in today. Thank you so much. Let's tell you what's going on around the community. Again, not a whole ton of community events, kind of like yesterday, but just it's getting around Christmas time. Folks don't do a ton of stuff. At the Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center today here in Flora at 10 a.m. They've got it's a piano with Mary, and they're going to have hot cocoa there, and she'll play for about an hour long, and that again at the Flora Rehab Center. Move on down the road up to, I believe this is actually same place, come think of it, Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center at 2 o'clock today. It's music with Dr. Chung. He's going to make his way down there. They'll have a nice time. He'll play for probably about an hour or so as well. And then this evening, it's the big Festival of Lights tour in Fairfield. This is when the buses go around, the church buses go around to the Wayfair, not Wayfair, Aperion, I guess it's called now. Also Fairway Apartments, and they'll go to different old folks' homes, senior citizen centers, pick up folks, drive them through Fairfield, take them all around Fairfield, and show them all the nice Christmas lights throughout the town. And then they take them up to the church. The United Methodist Church is going to have refreshments for the folks up there. And you know what? The roasted chestnuts are going to play. Do you know what the roasted chestnuts are?
No, I'm not unfamiliar with them.
The roasted chestnuts are a brass quintet. Actually, right now just quartet. But yeah, we'll play at the. I'm a member.
Oh, okay.
Of the roasted chestnuts, and we'll be playing tunes for all the elderly folks.
That's great, and I didn't know that went on down there. That's a nice thing.
Nice deal. Well, I'll load up on all the cookies and candy I can.
Yeah.
that's a really good deal. Those all those things going on tonight. Do try to check those out, and if you want to hop on, I'm sure they'll let you hop on one of those buses, even if you don't live at Aperion or at the Fairway. But they'll be able to help you out. What is on television tonight? Well, at least tonight on TV, they've got some college basketball last night. Now, I know you never are around to watch college basketball. Monday night, there is no college basketball on television. Yes. Can you believe that?
Well, it's hard to believe because it seems like there's something college basketball or something every night.
You would think, Big Monday or whatever, that kind of thing. But no, it's back on tonight. Last night, we had the NFL. So it was the football night last night.
Yeah.
But tonight, all kinds of basketball, NCAA basketball, a couple of different doubleheaders you can watch. In the Big Ten, it's Loyola of Maryland playing at Maryland. That is on Big Ten Network at 6 o'clock tonight. That's channel 600 on your Wabash Catch TV. That will be followed up at 8 o'clock by North Florida at Minnesota. Minnesota playing pretty well right now. Again, that's also on the Big Ten Network, like I said, at 8 o'clock tonight. If you check over to ESPN2 this evening, they've got Villanova at Penn, and that'll be at 6 o'clock, channel 638, and that'll be followed up by Colorado at New Mexico. Colorado going out of the Big 12, playing at the Pit in New Mexico. That is at 8 o'clock tonight, again on ESPN2, channel 638. A couple of NHL games to watch if you are interested tonight. Detroit is at Washington. That's on the NBC Sports Network. That'll be tonight at 6:30 now, 6:30, channel 216 on your Wabash dial. And also tonight, the Florida Panthers are going to be in St. Louis tonight. They are going to take on the Blues at 7 o'clock, and that'll be on Fox Sports Midwest, Channel 630. I'm guessing you don't see any of the Blues.
A little bit I do, but they're not much to watch right now.
Not much to watch right now, are they? Having a little bit of difficulty.
I think, was it last night they gave up 6 goals?
Yeah, they shut somebody out on Friday or Saturday, and shut out Winnipeg Saturday, and then gave up 6 goals on Sunday.
It's feast or famine, I guess.
That's kind of the way it is there. That's kind of the way. Can't get a streak going. Well, you'd rather. It's good you don't get a losing streak going, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one thing. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Mr. Skip Dillon. We are going to talk about a wide variety of subjects when we return. You again watching Wabash Catch TV, Channel 3 over in Salem, Channel 100 or Channel 25, depending on what your fiber situation is, here in Flora, also down in Sisney, Jeff up in Louisville, over in Fairfield, and in Browns. We do appreciate you folks tuning in each and every day. And Skip and I will be back. We might talk a little bit of hunting today. That's kind of what I've been. Telling him anyway. And we'll do that when we return. Again, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be right back.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Yeah.
That's a great story. I don't know if you want to tell that or not. That's a great story. Welcome back, folks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Skip Dillon. We're going to talk all kinds of different things as we've got all kinds of different things to talk about. You have, all right, the last time I had you here, Skip, you were talking, you were going to go out and like bow hunt out west, right?
Correct, yeah.
Did you ever make it out there?
Well, no, I mean, there's a process that goes with it. When you want to go out west, you just can't go and buy a tag over the counter in a lot of places for a lot of things.
It's not like Illinois deer hunting.
No, and especially when you're out of state, there's more regulations that you have to go to. And then if it is a high quality trophy area, they only allow so many tags, so it has to go through a draw process. It's like a lottery, and a lot of times, I know a gentleman here in Flora who there's a tremendous for elk out in Utah, New Mexico. In New Mexico, that he has applied 22 years and never got drawn.
No kidding.
Yeah, and see, each year you get what they call preference points. Every time you apply, it's one preference point. So you move higher up the list. They move you into, I guess, a smaller pool of drawings, and you'll eventually get there. But I think he got there after 22 or 23 years.
So if you get those preference points, and you've been building them up for that amount of time, say you go out there and the hunt doesn't go well. You don't see anything. Do you drop back to the bottom of the list again?
No, your preference points still stay good.
Oh, okay.
So you can apply again the next year. And see, a lot of times, or what you have to do for a lot of these things, you send your fee in. Last time I did my antelope in Wyoming, I'm thinking it was like $325. Mm-hmm. And, of course, it's all Visa or whatever, and
they're going to take your credit card.
And then if you don't draw, then they send everything, or they put everything back except there's either a $10 or $15 fee that you end up having that you lose anyway over the back.
Like an application fee.
Correct. So that's why you try to plan things out. But you don't know until the draw comes. See, like I'm going to apply for antelope out in Wyoming again this year, and I've got to apply before, I think it's like March the 15th, and then they'll make the draw in June for September.
Give you a few months anyway.
For September. So that way I'll know, but you kind of got to plan things out. So, and there are some places. See, when I went to Montana 4 years ago in September.
Yeah.
And that is a 100% draw area. In other words,
not sure what that means.
If you're guaranteed a tag.
I see.
In other words, anybody that applies for that, it was public ground. Well, actually, it was the 1.5 million acres in the Bitterroot National Forest.
Yeah.
And it's public land, and of course that's a lot of territory to cover. And so
a lot of square miles.
Yeah, so that's 100% draw. So we knew we were going to get our tags there, and then therefore we could plan in advance. We had that one about a year in advance, planning and stuff, and it had never been. I didn't do a guide or anything. We just do it on our own, and that's the way I prefer to do it. I prefer to do it.
What did you try to? What tags did you get out in the Bitterroots?
It was a bull elk.
Really?
Yes, bull elk.
So you had to make sure that you're shooting a male. And the bull elk is, it's just a male elk as opposed to a cow elk, right?
Right. Well, and then we were restricted to where we could not shoot a spike. In other words, it could be a male, but it just only had two antlers coming up without any other.
Young.
Yeah.
Just a trim.
Well, and we could shoot what they call a raghorn. A raghorn is one that's like a 3. It's got 3 points on one side and maybe 4 on the other. That's considered a raghorn. And that's a smaller, younger one, but it's a little older than a spike.
Okay.
So we could shoot a raghorn or a mature bull.
Did you see? How long were you out there?
2 weeks.
You were out there for 2 weeks, and this is all bow. This is no
all
rifle,
bow, no
shotgun.
rifle.
Do they have different seasons for the firearm season?
Yeah, actually, the first Saturday in September is when the bow season starts, and it runs for 6 weeks in a row, and then it goes out for 5 days.
That's when it's firearm season, probably?
No, that's 5 days, and it goes out, and there's no hunting at all. And then firearm season starts on the 6th day.
Why do they? I guess maybe you would know, but why do the game wardens and why do they cut 5 days out of it?
Well, take some of the pressure off, give them time to breed, because this is their breeding time.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want, and it's kind of the same way. See, around here, wild turkeys, we hunt wild turkeys, but we got to stop hunting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
And then that takes the pressure, gives them breeding time. You just make sure the species stays around.
Turkeys, I didn't realize you had to stop hunting in the afternoon.
In Illinois, you do.
Is
now,
that right?
A lot of other states, you don't. You can hunt all day long.
Do you prefer bow hunting the wild turkeys, or do you shotgun those things?
I shotgun in the spring. I have killed. See, you can. I buy a bow tag for the turkeys in the fall here.
Okay.
And so if one comes by me, well, they won't be one now. They're all bunched up. So then a bunch of them come by me.
Flocks
now. Yeah. And then so I've taken 5 with my bow in the fall.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Not this year.
This year.
5 overall.
5 overall. In the last probably 9 years, I've killed 5 times. 5.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, I guess I'm confused. If you ever go out, like say you did go out shotgun, and then you see, and you're out there for shotgun for deer or something like that, right? But you do have you do have a tag for a turkey. What if you're out there looking for deer and all of a sudden you see a nice turkey and you want to shoot it instead? Do people do that, or is that bad?
No,
I don't know. I hate to sound like an idiot.
No,
but I might sound like an idiot.
No,
today we're talking hunting. I'm going to sound like an idiot today.
Well, and here's the whole thing. There is a shotgun fall season that only runs about a week for turkeys.
Right.
And then, but if you're deer hunting for deer, you've got a big slug. You've got one bull, as opposed to when you're shooting turkeys, you've got a bunch of spread. So, but no, you cannot shoot a turkey with your shotgun during shotgun season. But all during bow season, anytime I can hunt with a bow during the bow season, with the exception of the 2 firearm weekends, here in Illinois, I can shoot a wild turkey with my bow.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the 2 firearm seasons are when you get a lot of people out there shooting deer, and there's really probably you don't want to be out there accidentally walking around.
Yeah, there's well, I don't know. Gosh, I can't remember how many permits the state puts out, but it's over.
Wayne County, I know Wayne County and Clay County each have 900 or 1,000.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, throughout the state, it's like 120,000.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people out there in the woods, and there are a lot of people. And I heard this on the news here. There's a lot of people out there that don't spend a whole lot of time out there, and they shoot anything that moves. ATM is what we call that. Anything that moves. And I
got to tell you, I don't let my Great Danes out.
Yeah, well, down here in Wayne County this year, there was a young horse shot.
Was that right?
Yes, yeah. And it was shot with a deer slug. So people don't know what they're doing, because they'll come from the city. And
well, now see, that was going to be my next question. I know that people travel to Illinois to hunt. There are folks coming from all over to come to Illinois to hunt for deer. I guess presumably mainly deer, right?
Correct. Yeah. There's probably 4 states that people want to hunt deer in the most, and not in any specific order, but it's Iowa, Kansas, Illinois, and Ohio. Because
corn.
It's because we grow the biggest bodied deer with some of the biggest racks in the country, and a lot of people can go down to Texas and kill a great big rack deer, and it only weighs 135 pounds.
Yeah,
and
here you might get a 250 pound.
Oh yeah, or bigger. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've killed a couple of deer where I've had them field dressed that were one was 217, one was 229.
After field dress.
That's after field dress, and you got to figure another 60 pounds
I was
probably.
Say that's going to be
for the internal organs.
Skip, you're not that big a guy, man. What are you doing hauling that thing out of the brush?
That's where the four-wheeler comes into play.
Oh, we're talking to Skip Dillon. We're talking about hunting today. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Skip and I'll be back right after these. Do stick around.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. Clay County Hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to a Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today, it is Skip Dillon. We're talking hunting. And I tell you, before we'll get back out west here in a little bit, let's just talk about, say, hypothetical guy Bruce. Hypothetical guy Bruce has never been hunting before. And I am interested maybe in going out and killing a deer, because I think I may have killed a deer this fall when I hit him with the car. Yeah. And once and I had never done that before. I had never hit a deer before. And once you do that, you're just ready to get all of them off the road.
Yeah,
I'm fine. Okay. What do I need to do and learn before I would go hunting? I guess I mean, usually it's families that get their kids involved, isn't it?
Yeah, most of the time. I grew up with my dad. He had me out hunting, and before I was really old enough to hunt, I was his rabbit dog.
Okay.
So we'd be out there, and him and a guy he used to hunt with, Barney Bettis. He was almost like a grandpa to me. He was just a good friend. But we'd go out and rabbit hunt. And we didn't have a dog at the time, and so there'd
Down
be
there
a
near
there'd be a
Wren Lake. Wren Lake was down there.
Wren Lake wasn't even made yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're in the big muddy bottoms probably.
Yeah, and so we'd come up on a brush pile, and of course that's the rabbits would get in there and hold up. Well, guess what my job was? I got to climb up on the brush pile and jump up and down, scare them out so they could shoot them. So
I got to tell you, Skip, I think there are probably better jobs in the world.
Well, yeah, but at that time I didn't know a whole lot better.
I see. Yeah,
but and I enjoyed it, but obviously that got in my blood, and I do a lot of hunting, and I really enjoy being out in nature and things. But if you want to get started in hunting, one of the things, and it's mainly in the fall, the hunting seasons are and things. So through the summer, you need to do some shooting.
Right. Need to get good with my shotgun.
You need to get good with your shotgun or whatever you're going to happen to use, a bow. If you're going to use a bow, practice there.
Do most people start with a shotgun then move to a bow?
Yeah, because shotgun, obviously you have a higher percentage. You can shoot further and everything, and it's easier to
It's not as challenging.
Yeah, you can steady your gun on a rail, and where you can't do that with a bow because of the working mechanisms on it and stuff. So it's not quite as challenging, but it is still challenging. It's not a cupcake, but it's still challenging. But you can usually shoot you a doe pretty easy because they're pretty. I mean, we have quite a bunch. We just have a bunch of them around.
Yeah, well, that's good.
And stuff.
I'm fine with making it easier. I'm okay with that.
So, but if you're trophy hunting, then it's a little tougher because you have to wait. You got to learn how to age deer and things like that if you're going for the trophies, and because there are some deer out there that you really want to. If you're a trophy hunter, you probably want to shoot something at least 4.5 years old.
Okay.
But there are deer out there that grow nice racks at 3.5 that people have a hard time passing up because you just don't normally see that big of a rack. And when we're talking the rack on a deer, it all goes on. They go on inches.
Okay.
That's how the trophy is determined, and anything over 140 inches is considered a trophy.
Basically, in total,
we'll measure the main beam out and the width in between the spread, and then each tine
off how much you add that to it.
Yeah, and that all adds up and gives you a score. Well, if you get a 140-inch deer, that is a good deer. Okay. I mean, that's a trophy.
Yeah, and
they're hard to let walk, but. And as you've seen on the news and things here, there's been some around. There was one killed up by Paris, Illinois here in early November that was it measured 311 inches. And it was, I mean, it may be a new record. And so that's the older deer. So. But it's tough to let those older.
Okay. So I've worked on my shotgun.
Okay.
I can see. I've zeroed in. I'm good with my shotgun. I've gone and walking with somebody who knows, and has helped me learn how to age a deer, figure out how old the deer is. Right. Okay. So all right. Help me. What's next?
And now here's something else for anybody else out there. I don't know your age, but I'm going to guess that you were born before 1988.
Well,
but see, if someone has been born prior to that, they have to have a hunter safety card.
Okay.
Have to go through a hunter safety course.
Okay.
I didn't mention that because I knew that you probably were a little older than that.
Yeah.
So
that's okay. Don't worry about it.
But then, obviously, you and then here's the thing too: you got to apply for your permits.
Okay.
During the spring is when you apply for your deer permits.
So I've already screwed up. I didn't have my permits.
Not necessarily, because any leftover permits. On the 16th of October, you can buy them over the counter, but you may come up and say
may or may not be able to get something that I want.
And you may, and if you have an area, different counties where you can hunt, it makes it a little more easy to get one, because you can come in and say, okay, I'd like to have a Clay County shotgun tag, and they say, well, we're out, but we have some in Wayne.
Okay.
So you could buy Wayne County if you have a place to hunt there. Right. And see, that's one of the other things too, is having a place to hunt. That's one of the biggest things now that's really gone. When I was growing up,
there was all kinds of brush.
You go up and you knock on the door of the farmer, and you'd say, "Can I hunt here?" And he'd say, "Sure, that'd be fine. Make sure if you open a gate, shut it," and that type of thing. And now, since it's become such a big thing with the trophy hunting and stuff, everything's leased.
Yeah.
And stuff, so it's tough for someone to find an area to hunt.
All right, so hypothetical Bruce just can't go out there with his shotgun ready to roll. I've got to prepare.
Right, yeah.
Got to prepare. Okay, so I've prepared. Say I've done all that. And we'll leave the hauling out. Although I guess that's part of the preparation.
Yeah.
Having the 4-wheeler getting ready to go. What did people do before they had 4-wheelers?
You just haul them out. One of the good things to do is they have them sell them at the hunting stores. But I just use my kid's sled.
Oh, really?
The little plastic ones you can lay them right in there, and it scoots right across the top of things pretty slick.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You can drag them out that way.
Okay, so we've decided on that. Do I make a choice? Does everybody use a deer stand, or do some people not use a deer stand? What is going to be best for new guy?
Okay, well, the best is a deer stand because it elevates you to where you can see a lot more.
Okay.
If you some people use blinds. And
like duck blinds.
You can make it yourself, or they have these portable pop-up blinds. How they got those baseball pop-up nets that are got the wire in them that flexible.
Yeah.
They've got those, and it'll come into a little tent. And it'll unzip the window, and it's camouflaged, and you can hunt out of it. But here again, you're down on ground level to where you're restricted on how much and far you can see.
Isn't the deer going to see me too? I mean, they're kind of aren't they getting acclimated to humans at a particular time?
Well, they're curious. They'll give it a good look over, and they're less likely to. They're not as curious. During the rut time when they're breeding, but any time before or after that, they're very curious, and they'll if you just throw up a blind and don't brush it in by putting some other limbs and stuff around it and kind of camouflage, they're going to look at it real hard and may not come in. So, but they're smart. They're smarter than you think.
Well, that's what I've always wondered. When you see them on the road, they're not that bright.
Well, that's true.
They don't seem bright at all.
I hear you. They don't get out of the way or anything.
No, they don't move.
But but from a stand is your best advantage.
Really?
And so you can see.
What's the best height? I guess. Your 15. typical range for a shotgun, you're going to be looking at 75, 100 yards, 50 to 100 yards.
Probably, you're going to get out. You're going to get out.
I'm going to want them to come right up.
Yeah, a little easier. Yeah. I mean, I think I've only killed one deer in my life with a shotgun that's been over 50 yards.
Okay.
Because I like for them to get in close. I like taking high percentage shots.
Yeah.
And the one I shot was about 81 yards. That is the one that I did. That was my longest shot. But this year's, I shot one at 13 yards.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And then I had the spent shell that came out almost hit the one that was standing underneath me, and it never moved. And neither did the other. There was a buck and 3 does came in, and I shot the big doe, and the other ones never moved for 20 minutes.
Well, didn't they hear something?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. But actually,
I guess I'm just confused.
Yeah. No, and deer will do silly things. Several years ago, when my son was still around and hunting, he shot one that was out in front of him about 25 yards.
Okay.
It took off, and then I had let a bigger one go in front of me because it was headed towards him, and I was hoping it'd go in front of him because
let him have a shot.
He hadn't killed a bigger one yet, but it angled off and went behind him. But when he shot that one in front of him, it took off. Well, this other one, the big one that was behind him, came running out and ran right out in front of him to see what was going on. So they will do silly things.
They will do silly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just wild. Okay,
And-
so we've got me in the. I tell you what we were doing. We've got me in the. We're going
Tree
to
stand?
just go ahead in the stand. Let's go ahead and we'll get in the stand. We're going to get in the stand. We'll figure things out from there when we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Back after these.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
I tell you what, I'm just learning. I'm learning more and more in the commercial breaks than I am during the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Skip Dillon is my guest. We're talking hunting right now. It's toward the end of hunting season. I guess just about the last weekend was the main finish of deer season. I guess it's still bow season.
We got bow season all the way through the middle of January.
Okay, so we've got me in the tree stand, and God bless the tree stand makers. They got a guy my size in the tree stand. I will just say that I'll weigh about 100 pounds less. I'm not going to climb in a tree stand at my size. No way. All right, so he got me in a tree stand. What do I do? Just sit there and wait all day long?
Yeah, it's a patient waiting game, and part of it is I mentioned this a little bit in the break, is that prior to you setting that deer stand out there, you have to determine where you want to put it.
Right.
Just and scout. Yeah, you want to do some scouting and look for some deer signs, some deer paths, things like that. Or if you're hunting the edge of a field, a farmer's field where there's food available for them, obviously they're going to come to food and things of that nature. Or
and I can't bait though.
No baiting. If it's a stubble cornfield and what's out there is out there, that's fine. But you can't go put corn out any place or salt licks or anything like that. What you can do, they do make all kinds of different blends of turnips and white clover and all kinds of sweet tasting things for them that you can plant like in the early fall, and it come up, and that's just fine too in food plots, which if you have something like that, obviously you could set a stand there. But determining where you put that stand is going to increase your odds of seeing something and actually being successful hunting.
Okay, so I get one come in. I see one come in, and where do I want to shoot it? I mean, I've been working on my shot. I'm good now. Hypothetical Bruce is good. Where do I want to shoot the deer?
Okay, you want to go right behind the front shoulder.
Really?
That's where the vitals are. The heart and the lungs is what you want to hit mainly. Back a little further and up, just a hair from that, is also the liver. Those are definite kill shots. Deer are tough. If you ask any hunter out there that's hunted deer for quite a while, they can tell you
the one they hit and they thought should have died.
Yeah, and actually, I hit one with my bow. I shot one with my bow, I believe it was 2 years ago, down in an area of Wayne County where I hunt. And I mean, and I'm not exaggerating, probably 15, 20 inches wide where I hit it. It took a few steps and stopped, and where it stopped, probably 15 inches wide and probably 24 inches long, there was a pool of blood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, that's how much it was bleeding. And then it was getting dark, and it's a thick area, and so I called a friend of mine to come down and just help me. And then when we get it dragged, I didn't have my four-wheeler with me, and just getting it out and that type of thing. So I just waited for him, and we came and saw, oh yeah, it'll be right up here. We both said that same thing. And then it looked like you were pouring blood out of a bottle, just blah, 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 blah. And we followed it for well over a mile.
No kidding.
And then it stopped. Never found the deer.
The blood just stopped?
Yep, it just stopped. And then when we got back to the truck, my friend that came out, he had just a pair of blue jeans on. I still had all my hunting stuff on, and it's brown, so you couldn't really see a whole lot. Well, when we got into the truck, and it was in the evening, so it was dark by this time, and he sat down and he looked, and the whole thigh, and he had boots up to his knees, the thigh all the way up and down his pants were just blood.
He'd been walking
from in the grass, from the grass and the brush. It was just all over his jeans. Never found that deer.
Is that right?
And the thing is, this block of timber where I was hunting is, I mean, it's probably got, there's farm fields all around. In other words, there's no place for it to go hide.
Yeah, I was going to say, how can you get away?
These were farm. I went back the next day with my lab and looked, and I walked out in these fields to see if it was just laying. And you can see a long way across these fields.
The dog's going to find something.
Never found anything.
I tell you what.
So they are. But if you hit them in that spot behind the front shoulder in that area, you're going to get them. You'll get them. Now, here's part of it too. If you hit one and not sure how good you hit it, and you get down, you find some blood, and you start tracking it, and then just shortly after you start tracking it, it jumps up. Get out of there and leave it alone.
Really?
Yeah, because the more you push it, the further he's going to go. He'll lay down again. He or she, whatever one, will lay down again and expire, but don't push it. And that's another thing. When you first shoot it, there was a friend this year. He wanted me to come help track one, and he shot it, and he waited about 10 minutes, got down, and went looking for it, and when
you first shoot it, you need to go with it.
No. Just the opposite. You want to wait.
Really?
When you shoot one, you wait about, unless he goes over or he or she goes over and just falls right in front of you and there's no movement at all. Do not, if it runs and goes out of sight, don't go look for it for minimum 30 minutes, better an hour.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Just to let it go out and expire on its own.
Right. And here's the thing, too. The one I shot this year, I mean, they do what they call dead run.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're just trying to get away.
Yeah, but they're dead. I mean, the one I shot this year took off and it only ran about 25 yards, but when I went to field dress it, the chest cavity where the heart and lungs are, it was like scrambled eggs.
Oh.
I mean, it was just my slug just
that and the rib probably.
Yeah, but it went for 25 yards before it died.
Yeah.
If you only hit one lung, it may go a half a mile or a mile.
Huh.
So
what you're telling me, I think if I understand it, I'm not just going to go ahead and start, am I?
No, well, we need to start now for next year. So
I get it. I get it. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna when we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest here is Skip Dillon. When we come back, I want to see the difference. I want to ask him about the differences between doing that deer hunting here, as well as maybe turkey hunting's a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
That, as well as the elk hunting, how that's different out west. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Skip Dillon is my guest. We'll be back with much more right after these words. Do stick around.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. Clay County Hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today, we're talking to Skip Dillon. I do appreciate you tuning in here on Wabash Catch TV, Channel 3 over in Salem, Channel 100 or Channel 25 here in Florida. We've been talking about hunting and how I don't know anything about it, which is fine. I'm glad not to know stuff about. I mean, that's fine. When we talk about the kind of hunting that we were just talking about, me going out and shooting a deer, that's entirely different from what you folks do when you go out west, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's and that's when you change species. A lot of times you have to change tactics and how you doing it. And so yeah, when we go out west,
well, is an elk just a big deer? Isn't an elk just
it's a great big deer. Yeah, but no, it's a little different because when they get out there in the breeding season, the cows herd up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'll be in herds.
Okay.
In other words,
there's like only one or two bulls per herd, right?
Well, normally one, and then there may be a couple straggling around, but they
want to fight for the primacy?
Yeah, they know which one's the boss.
Yeah,
and they go through their pecking order of fighting and all that to determine, and they may hang around and try to pick up any little slack that they can, but for the most part, that one bull takes care of there were herds out there that we saw that had anywhere from 17 to 25 cows in it.
Okay.
So, but yeah, in that, we hunted 15 hours a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'd get up 4 o'clock in the morning.
September or?
Yeah, September.
Okay.
September, and we'd get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you go to some of these valleys, and you start bugling to get a response, to locate a bull. And then one of the reasons why it takes 15 hours through the day is that the mountains. Holy smokes! Yeah. They may be on that side of the ridge, but that's a long way away. That's 3 miles, and then they don't have paths, there, and so it's and then that's the other thing. It's amazing how those animals can move in that terrain, and it's so hard for you to. So
is that right?
Oh gosh,
you got bigger feet. Don't you?
And this is no joke. An elk. And the belly of an elk is probably close to 5 foot off the ground. The belly of an elk.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, they got long legs and can go move through that brush. Unreal. And so and so what you have to do, you have to locate them, and then you have to try to get in front of or close to the herd where he's hanging out.
Right.
And then you have to sound pretty sweet and call him away from him.
Okay.
So whitetails, they will come to some calls, as in grunting, or the deer, the doe, when they're in estrus, they'll make a baa sound is what it is, and they'll come to that a little bit, but they're pretty sketchy about it. But it seems to work better with elk than it does with whitetail.
I wonder if that's because there's fewer people around.
Well, it may be so.
It makes me wonder if male whitetail get sketchy because they are more likely to have met people.
Oh, more, yeah, I'm sure. And then this bull, though, and elk, see, they keep their herd together.
Okay.
So if I'm over here and I've got my call and I sound like a lost cow, or a cow that is in estrus, then they're going to want you back in the herd. So they're going to come and explore to try to get you back. And they don't want their herd to get away. See, they get that group of cows and they want to keep them together. So they protect them in that manner.
Do bulls travel alone as well, or if they don't have a herd? Because I'm just doing the math in my head. You would think that you wouldn't have that many. You've got all those cows with just so few bulls. You're not going to have the species will have.
Yeah,
problems.
well, but the other cows are going around searching
for other
and. Not saying that no other bull is going to mate anybody in that herd,
Yeah.
When he's off mating with some of them, a couple of them else get nailed by some of the others that are following around and kind of tailing along. And that's kind of like, I mean, you can do this with any of them, you know, same way with bucks here, whitetail. The dominant buck's going to take care of most of it, but then the submissive ones are going to be able to breed too.
Have you ever tried to hunt anything other than elk out there when you've gone out there?
Well, no, that's pretty time consuming.
Well, I suspect
so. But I mean, when we would leave camp in the morning, we wouldn't come back till 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
There are people who go out there and go bear hunting.
Yeah, and going antelope hunting. I said that's what I'm going to apply for again next year. But I'm going to Wyoming. Obviously, you want to go to an area where there is a higher percentage of those animals that you want, and gives you a better chance of hunting them. So, you know, there are bear out there, not as many as other places. We were fortunate enough; we didn't run into.
I was just say, what happens if you encounter one?
Well, and we were out there with a bow.
Because you don't have tags or anything.
Correct. And the thing is, I carried a firearm with me, and even though I'm
have to.
And that's perfectly okay. And if you have to use it for safety purposes, there's no penalty whatsoever. So,
they'd probably wonder if they see a bear shot by a rifle or a shotgun,
right,
as opposed to one that you've shot 4 or 5 times with a 45.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what you shot it with is going to make it a little more believable or unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
And
have you ever? Did you? I saw a story today, and I didn't know if you'd ever thought about caribou.
Yeah. You know, there's
the reason I ask is because they discovered a new cave. Did you see this today?
No, I did not.
They discovered a new cave in Canada, in the British Columbia, up there. This just tells you how much of the planet still needs explored. They discovered this cave. It was like 300 feet by 200 feet across the opening, and it was like 400 or 500 feet deep with water going through, snow melt going through, coming out about a mile or so later. They aren't telling anybody where it is, but the only reason they found it was it was a census. They were taking census of caribou by helicopter.
Right.
And I'm just sitting there thinking, my goodness, that seems inexact.
Well, actually,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not really, because see, they travel in herds. The caribou do, and they're not always when they stop and feed. They don't move a whole lot, so you can get a pretty good guesstimation on how many you got there. And then obviously, if they found these, they're
probably living in the cave sometime or other. You know, this, of course, the cave is undiscovered and on no maps.
Right.
They're gonna. That's the goal for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Is try to explore this cave and see what's going on.
Yeah. You know, and that's a neat thing about, you know, I've been very fortunate to have been places and,
spend time out like that.
Well, I was up in Canada this last summer fishing, and, you know, we take off and we fish all day, but then there's times where maybe you want to stop and just get out of the boat to move your legs a little bit, and you know, you happen to pull up to a place and you just, has anybody ever stepped here? I mean, we're out. We're out in the middle of nowhere. You know,
makes you wonder.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there had been no human touch there, at least historically.
Yeah.
Now maybe somebody in the prehistory had been there, but that was the other thing. They were going around to some of the indigenous peoples of the area just to see if they knew what this was.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I mean, you get to places out there and you don't realize how vast it is, and then how uninhabited.
How small you are.
Yeah, exactly.
And how small you are.
And it is and that, to me, that's the part I get a charge out of. I love it.
Skip, I can't believe I'm out of time. This just blows by whenever I'm talking with you. Have a great fun on the road, refereeing. We didn't even talk about basketball, but thanks very much for coming in.
You're welcome, and anytime. Enjoy coming.
That's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you all tomorrow.